What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, and today is another episode of Road to the Rise of Skywalker. So if you guys saw in the last episode, we started off another Road to series. We are getting ready for the Rise of Skywalker. It's just like the Road to Endgame series that we did earlier in the year, where I reviewed every single MCU movie. We're doing that now with Star Wars. So if you are new, thank you so much for taking the time to like, comment, subscribe. It means the absolute world. If you are not subscribed, consider dropping a subscription down below, liking, commenting, all of that good stuff. But today, of course, if we're in episode 2, we're probably talking about Attack of the Clones. That's the film that we're talking about today. Like I said in the last episode, these reviews are not going to be very long, concise, breakdown reviews, because honestly, I haven't seen a lot of the Star Wars movies in some time. So I'm going, but I obviously, I'm not coming into it unknowing. Like, I've seen all of the Star Wars movies. But I'll tell you the things I think are good, the things I think are bad, give you my overall how I feel about the movies, and then we'll go. Sound good? All right. Today, we're talking about Attack of the Clones, and this is my least favorite Star Wars movie. I'm just going to put that out front right there. There are premises in this movie that are intriguing. If they were pulled off differently, I think could have been pulled off well. But in the end, a lot of the things they were going for just fell flat. And I don't really know how to where to attribute that. I don't want to blame one person for that. I just think the overall movie itself was flat. It's kind of boring. There were parts of the movie that I was like, I don't really need this. But then again, I've got to find a silver lining. There are some parts that I enjoy. The big battle at the end with all the droids, you got all the Jedi come in, and that's a great part. It's an iconic part of any Star Wars. It's an iconic moment in the Star Wars franchise. I like the dynamic between Obi-Wan and Anakin. You get to see Anakin grow up, become like an angsty teen Jedi kind of thing. I kind of enjoy that to a point. There's some good action sequences, but story-wise, it's not great. The clone idea is intriguing, and if you look at it after seeing like Revenge of the Sith and all of that, and watching Palpatine like make this army, and then turn it into this bad thing. After seeing Revenge of the Sith and seeing where that was going, I respect where they were going. Execute Order 66, and I don't want to say brainwashing all of the clones, but basically like manipulating them to do his bidding. I understand that and respect that now, but at the time, just watching that movie by itself, it didn't work that well for me. It worked better in Revenge of the Sith, as the story was continuing, but at the time, I just didn't really like that. So what are we talking about? Action set pieces were good. The use of the clones in the future was all right. I like Dooku as a villain. I think he's one of the... Star Wars does a pretty good job with villains in general. I think they're all pretty good in the way that they are. Overall, I like the Star Wars villains. You got Vader, Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, Count Dooku, General Grievous. All great villains. But he's a good one. He was kind of at the forefront in this movie, as opposed to Maul was at the forefront in the last movie. But to see these characters grow and change and evolve, that's really what this movie was. It was kind of a bridge movie between the first and the third. It's really what it was, and I didn't really like that. That's kind of the thing I liked the least about this movie. Was I'll use it as an example. It's like a Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. It's a bridge movie. You needed it to get between 1 and 3. And for a Star Wars movie like that, I didn't like it. I didn't think it was executed that well. There's parts that just don't need to be there. The whole Anakin, Padme, very awkward romance. I don't need that. Like, why do we need that? I get it. I get it. You need it because, you know, Padme will then birth Luke and Leia. Like, I get that part. But just kind of be like at the end, oh, they get married. You know, you show like little signs of it, like, oh, like little side-eye looks, little smirks. You don't. They had this whole sequence of them like going on dates and stuff, or like eating together and being all romantic. I'm like, I don't really need that. I didn't think it was needed. That was part that I thought could have been cut out, which goes along with pacing. There were parts in this movie that didn't need to be there, because again, it's a bridge movie. It was a lot of setting stuff up for the third movie. It's what it was, and the fact that we already knew where Anakin was heading, you know, you did. I just don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a very big fan of this movie. Overall, again, like I said, there's some great action set pieces. There's some good setting up. I mean, even though it's a setup movie and I don't like that, it does set up the things it needs to for Revenge of the Sith. But I just, you know, in the end, it's a very forgettable movie. I don't want to watch if I don't have to. And yeah, I don't like it. But that's pretty much it. Like, let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of Attack of the Clones? If you love it, tell me you love it. Tell me why. I'd love to hear why down in the comments below. But just for me, it just fell flat. And for a lot of people, same thing happened. They didn't like it either. But guys, that is pretty much it for the video. Do not forget, if you are new, to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for taking the time to click on the video at all. I mean, that really means the world that you want to take the time, click on the video, watch the video, and just, I want to interact. So in the comments down below, go tell me what you like, what you hate about Attack of the Clones, because guys, I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I don't. I just really think it's flat, and as a setup movie, I didn't need it. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much, again, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video.